So just for some of the guys who are relatively new to the channel and the story, this is my car, guys. This is a 2009 all-wheel drive one. This is not the same car that had the exhaust work and the, what else did I do? Yeah, the filler neck on it recently. This is my car. It has suffered some collision damage. Here's the story. So just getting a look at my car here, guys. I think I told you the story on Christmas Day, visiting my brother. Somebody done the favor of smashing in at my front end here. Crushed the fender here just after the light. Didn't damage the light, strangely. And yeah, so I've got this mess to try and contend with. You can see the gap is opened up here, and just contacting the door there. So the whole thing has been shoved down and aft. It's quite the crease. I don't think I can pop that out. Yeah, so anyway, let's see. So, probably be prudent at this point in the video to let you know I don't know a damn thing about bodywork, but I don't think you need to be a genius to figure that that hole there is an alignment point, as is back here on the fender. So this one here looks not too bad. That looks pretty close, but it's no surprise that this is, because the gap is out of whack with the hood here. Has this been tweaked? I don't know, but yeah, see, so just a drill bit here fits the alignment holes, and you can see clearly that is offset a wee bit there, so keep that in mind. So I have no issue with taking off the front grille and front bumper molding air dam assembly. I've had that off with my air conditioning exploits in the past. The manual tells me that there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts that hold the front fender on here. So yeah, let's see. Right, I don't know if you can see them or not. You can't see them, but that is Bill Sputnik Spooner and Quaalude, also known as Fee Waybill from the Tubes. Amazing. If you don't know who the Tubes are, especially their early material, never mind the later stuff in the early 80s, that's rubbish, but the mid 70s stuff is fantastic. Don't know the Tubes, go check them out. Right, I've done my part for music. So yeah, just a bunch of screws, a few plastic pins, guys, to remove the front clip here. Let me just see. Perhaps I have a fastener in there still. If you have the driving lights, don't forget to disconnect them at the connector before you try to pull away. So, as I said, don't forget to disconnect your driving lights. And yeah, there was in fact a fastener here. So on this side, I forgot about it on the other side, because on this side it's been torn out by the collision damage. You can see that's been pulled. Sorry about the lighting here, guys. Yeah, maybe just put something under the front end so it doesn't drop when you undo all the clips. Rip the wiring from your driving lights, and then it should, he says. Damn it, still another fastener. So let's try this again. So once you have all the fasteners undone, the front end should just lift up. Again, don't forget the connectors on the driving lights. So let's see what we have over here. Still can't see much with respect to the fender. 2 plastic clips here that retain the bumper molding. There's 2 small bolts there. I suspect there's maybe bigger bolts underneath. And I can see there's a, you can't see it, but there's a stud under there. Oh, there is 2 bolts. There's a bolt there. So perhaps that's the bolt there. Sorry about the lighting. My battery's so low on my phone here, can't turn the flash the light on. Well, I guess it's inevitable. There's always going to be more damage than what you anticipate. Sorry, this so this plastic stiffener here, I guess it is, were the clips that retain the front bumper molding. It's held on by those 2 small bolts, and when you remove it, you'll access the 2 fender bolts proper. There's also a bolt that goes through and picks up on the light assembly, and of course that's been snapped off as well, so the light didn't escape damage. But yeah, so Again, 6 bolts, 2 on the top side there. I guess it's 2 here, and I believe there's 2 plastic buttons to be removed from the liner, and 1 on the inside up here and 1 on the lower section, I believe. Again, apologies about the lighting, guys. Sorry about the LED strobing here, LED light strobing. So there's the inner bolt for the fender. I take it again, that would be an alignment hole, quite certain. The part that's got me worried is the pickup point for the 2 bolts here in the front. It's crushed a bit, and that's why, of course, it's displaced in. So there's a bracket there. We'll see it more clearly when the fender's removed. And yeah, there is in fact 1 bolt on the bottom here. You can see some corrosion setting in here. I should mention, guys, this is not an original Fender. This car, a young fella, I don't know, if I wrecked this car, I'd tell you. I'm not ashamed of, I'm too old to be ashamed of anything, pretty much. A young guy drove his pickup truck and crushed this fender and the hood. Oh, that was like 7 years ago. I know that because that was the same time frame where my father died. So it was like 7 years ago. Young guy just pulling in his driveway, basically drove over the front end of this car. So this is not an original fender or hood. No, the hood was repaired, and yeah, it was just the fender they replaced. So yeah, 2, 1, 1, 2. Perhaps the door is going to be slightly open. Oh, maybe not. You know, it's really amazing that they don't rot sooner. That's stretched all the buggery. I'm not going to be able to pop that back out. So I suspect this mount has been tweaked just a little bit. You can see the angle on it. It looks pretty twisted up, but actually, I don't know if you can see the other side there. Try to hold the light here, guys. I can't zoom. I've got both hands in action here. It is actually angled back like that a bit as well, but I do suspect it is a wee bit tweaked. You can clearly see where it should be. So that's a good thing. This is the part that worries me. That standoff there, what will we call it? Anyway, the mount structure there is clearly twisted, bent down and aft, as you can see. It's not torn from the structure, but it is definitely tweaked. Is this point here tweaked? Judging by the breach in the primer, it's previously rusted, but that might be tweaked just a wee bit aft and out aft, and kind of outboard at the anchor nut. And I don't see anything else too obvious apart from, again, the damage on the light there. You can see nothing on the front bumper. It didn't do too much. Never even crushed the styrofoam. So yeah, I think I'll leave it at this, guys. Obviously there's some parts to be acquired. There's a bunch of plastic broke on the front end there, so I'm hoping I can maybe find a replacement for that as well. I'll need a new fender. That is yeah, could it be fixed and then puttied? And yeah, it could be, but I think probably just a used fender, or just get a new one and have it painted is, I don't think they're too much, but we'll see. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. I don't think there's a great deal more I can actually do. That's it for now, boys. Next part, I guess, is parts acquisition. Cheers.